All right, won't lie, I just blew an account going long on ES, but I reset the account. I have 2 more free resets. That's kind of why I was like, I'm still willing to give it a shot here too on this one. So I'm willing to look for shorts here after we get this inversion. So that's what we're gonna do here, right there. And we got an inversion. We tapped up into a 5-minute PDA right here. This is more of a continuation model because we are seeing the market dump, and this kind of aligns perfectly with my draw on liquidity. If we get a stop out here, of course the market is what? More bullish, and it wants to retrace and sweep once more to then move lower. But we did get a change in state of delivery. We did get that breaker there, and we did also get an inversion, but it's not holding. The market is looking a little bit more bullish, and that's why it's so important to have good risk management. We have a strong volatility here, and this is what we like to see. And again, we have 2 more free resets. That's kind of why we're taking it more risky, more risk on. SMT, I think NQ is moving up higher, and the other assets are also. So we got stopped out there, perfectly fine. Am I going to look for longs? Not really, if I'm being truly honest. But we do have SMT at those lows. But I see the market continuing to the downside after having such strong displacement. Usually the market isn't going to like what push up higher. It's going to what push down lower. So what I would want to see here from this is honestly, if we want to retrace back up into here, that would be nice. Seeing like equilibrium of the range, which would be ideal, honestly. Being retraced up into to then move lower. We are tapping up into that 5-minute range, but again, I'm waiting for that 15-minute PDA rate to form, which is in 10 minutes. That's really it. Again, we're down 1. We need 2.5 now, which is perfectly fine. Again, with the market moving like this, bro, you can easily catch 2.5 on a trade. Risking 1. That's like what, 1 to 2.5 R. Very, very likely, you know. We have to just wait for the market to give us something nice here. The market is retracing here. I would say we're inside of more of a choppy range after having such strong displacement. So this is pretty unfortunate. Let's go to ES. Again, I'm not really trying to go long, you know, after such strong displacement. I don't want to be that one guy, you know, that's let's go long, you know, let's go long SMT. But I don't also be that one guy that fades longs and like gets caught, you know. I think the 30-second is giving a strong volatility. Again, I'm not really trying to be too emotional. I'm reading the book right now about emotional intelligence, and I'm trying to have more awareness. I'm just trying to like, one of the things is like close your eyes and like realize what you're feeling, like your emotions, your heart rate, your breathing, your muscles. Let's do that right now. I just get this inversion here, but the CVD is pushing up higher. That's the thing. I guess we can see the retracement to this fair value up and then a move lower. I don't want to be that one guy that enters too early. So let's wait and see if we can get this full closure with strong displacement instead of us like chopping inside of it and then, you know, displacing below it. I want to see strong, like one candle closing below it, next candle retrace, and then pushes even further and reaches this low. But I don't think we're going to get that. We're reaching equilibrium. You can see we're kind of like hesitant. So if we move below this, that's beautiful. That's beautiful, but we're not. Oh my goodness, look how much volume the market is moving. Like, bro, this is let's see how much volume. We had like around 200 points right there, moving back up around like 130 points. That is really, really good volatility. Yeah, we're not really getting much movement here from the downside. Everything's pushing up. NQ is about to reach that low, while ES is not. So if we want to look for shorts, I think ES would be the best bet to look for shorts here, because NQ looks really, really strong, and I don't want to trade the one that's really strong, you know. I want to trade the one that's very hesitant and weak. Again, this is kind of what I want to see. If it doesn't transpire, then of course I'm not going to take it. But if the market does move up higher, I'm not really trying to trade. But if we do get some form of closure below here, we can retrace and then eventually take out all that right there. This would have to be a bunch of low resistance liquidity here for me to trade. All this right here is all low resistance, like your trend line liquidity. For us to take shorts on. Again, one more free reset. That's kind of why I'm willing to risk a little more than the usual. I'm just trading. I'm just trying to see if Jerome Powell wants to push the market lower. All right, guys, so we might be cooked here. Oh my goodness, look at this. This is like the candle of death. We insert off of this 15-minute strong momentum. The market is reversing here. Maybe we should go long. Maybe I shouldn't go long. Maybe I should. We made it inverse also here, so let's mark that out. If we don't hold this, then I think we're screwed. We also have the 15-minute PDA formed, which maybe the market might want to reach up into. 1 minute time frame. We had a 1 minute fair value up there that isn't holding. 15-second time frame. All we can lose is like 1,000 here, so we might be a little bit cooked if we reach this high. Yeah, so that is this account. It's gone. So that's basically really it for me today. No more gambling. Sadly, we're not gonna be able to gamble anymore. This is gonna be the last reset I have for the account, and then after that, yeah. So we failed to reach the halfway point. Honestly, I don't know why longs played out the way they did up here, especially right here. I don't know why did the longs play out. You know, I'm gonna have to like really study this. I probably won't journal these trades, if I'm being truly honest. Probably the one that we actually lost, and like majority, like we're actually having good risk management. We blew that one. That one really pissed me off because that was actually a really good trade. I mean, truly honest. The 1 minute here though, it doesn't look bad. I won't lie, it doesn't look bad. I just really wouldn't want to take it though. 5 minute time frame again. 5 minute fair value gap got inverse. The market should have respected it and then pushed down lower, not really disrespecting it. 15 minute time frame, nothing much there. 30 minute time frame, not much. 1 hour time frame, not much either. 15 minute time frame though, we can see this being hit and then probably seeing the market move lower. So sweeping the highs, then pushing down lower would be ideal, but it's not objective because again, we are forming SMT at those highs now. If ES breaks above here and it doesn't reject, then of course that is not you know, an SMT is going to be more of a continuation. Let me go reset my account, and that's basically really it. There was no really good trades. Only the one that I really found was the one earlier, the longs, and they didn't play out here, so let's go over that. But the dump did humble me, I won't lie. It came at 435 around there. I was expecting like at 430 the market to actually move a lot more than the usual, but yeah, we didn't really get that. And then eventually the market just dumped. So on the 5 minute time frame here, this is where we looked for this inversion fair value gap to form, and I failed to wait once more for the 15 minute time frame, and that's where the trade idea just went completely in shambles. Same thing with the 30 minute time frame here. The 30 minute time frame, I failed to wait for that EBP, which it wasn't even an EBP anymore because the market closed below the open, and I was just claiming it. I was like, all right, it's an EBP, it's an engulfing bar play, this is my trade right here, you know, this is my market. Yeah, but yeah, it failed completely. The market failed and there was no EBP, and then eventually I was just like being delusional, and I told myself it is an EBP, this one is gonna work, but that never happened. And then yeah, that's basically really it. Now if I was to look for a trade idea, I probably wouldn't. Probably after we're sweeping SMTs at these, after we're sweeping this highs and we're forming SMT, this fair value gap doesn't look bad, but after, you know, giving so many attempts here, I just would not want to give it another shot, even though this probably can form and it probably can have a good trade idea and play out. I just really wouldn't want to put risk on the table, especially with how the market has been moving. It's been moving really slow after that such strong displacement. Here we had chop, strong movement, chop, strong movement down. Now we're just went up. Now we're chopping inside of this range from this high to this low. But yeah, this trade up here wasn't really a bad one, I won't lie. I just don't like how we entered too early and like we didn't have the confirmation. We only used the lower time frame one. 1 hour perspective, we really didn't have much since we were just trading this candle here and the market pushed up, swept these highs, and of course it was going to be like inside of a range, so the market had to break out of a range, and I thought, you know, if we close above here, we're likely to push up higher, and that's kind of what we were getting until the candle closed at 430. We were entering at 430, and then the next candle just came and dumped, you know. At 430 when this candle opened, it was already all the way down here, bro. It opened and then it closed at 445. Pretty unfortunate because look at 430 right there. We open, pushes up higher. I thought, you know, this is the peak. This is peak right here. We're gonna go higher. Boom, it dumps. Emotionally, I would say having those resets really made me numb to losing. I was trying to make it back, I won't lie. After I lost, I was trying to make it back, but like there was really no point. Same thing with right now. I really don't see any potential setups following the model. Whenever we were gambling there, which is gambling, not really following the model, we're following like certain confluences, discretionarily, but we're not having rules in place, you know, to prevent us from making silly mistakes that we don't want to be making. So that is pretty much really it for this right here. Market is not giving us speed, displacement, and is not giving us what we want to see, ladies and gentlemen. So what does that mean? I mean, I'm going to walk. Little gamble session is over.